Howdy, 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 all you cool cats and kittens. Yeah, we're a little bit late, and I'm I'm very impressed that you guys are not. I didn't know that I could look at the chat and that the chat was live pre-stream, but it is. And you know what else was live before pre-stream? Berkeley and I chatting with each other like friends.
Yep. We got a little sidetracked and then had some legitimate technical difficulties to deal with. But we're here now. That's what matters. And we're playing Redactle today. If this is your first time joining, Redactle is a game where you are looking at a Wikipedia article where a lot of the proper nouns and other content words have been redacted. And it's kind of Wheel of Fortune rules. You're guessing words, and if you guess a word that's in the article, it fills in the article. And your goal is to get the article's name. So I've shared a link in our Discord and in the chat here. So hop on in and guess away with us. Meg says, "Oh wow, good for you." About our friendship.
It's great. It is.
No
it has
respect.
been good for me.
Yeah, maybe that wasn't sarcastic. I don't know why I put that sarcastic slant on it.
It's the number of W's and U's. It does feel very sarcastic, but it might not be.
Might not be. This one that I've shared is the Daily Redactle. Meg says it was sarcastic for sure. And Susie says, "Friendship heals the soul." Thank you, Susie Moo. You get it.
Facts.
This is the Daily Redactle. Sometimes they're a little better than average, and sometimes they're super archaic plant species that went extinct 20 million years ago. So it's just kind of a mixed bag on the dailies.
For my mom's birthday, we all got together, my family, and played Redactle, and we got 3 mathematics figures in mathematics back to back. And one of them was somewhat famous, but the other 2 we had never heard of, and there was no chance we'd ever get them. So
That's rough.
that's
Shout out to whoever has the chicken emoji who spelled Emirates correctly in the middle of my 3 misspellings of Emirates. Burj Khalifa, that was quick.
That was quick.
Who got that? Who's chicken? Player 790.
It's looking like it might be Meg.
We got some very firm insistence that she did not cheat.
Megan is chicken. Agree. First impressions.
Agreed. Megan is chicken.
Yeah.
Okay, Burj Khalifa. Do you want to just skim the first few paragraphs and tell us some interesting facts about this article while I get the next one queued, Jared?
Definitely. Okay, world's tallest building. There's a game I play a lot called Hitman World of Assassination, formerly known as Hitman 3, that uses this building as one of its maps, or the basis for one of its maps that it kind of fictionalizes. I'm pretty sure that Tom Cruise... I'm not even reading. I'm just making up stuff, I guess, at this point. I'm pretty sure
I was going to say, is that in the first 3 paragraphs?
No, it's not.
Hitman made it in?
The Y-shaped tripartite floor geometry is designed to optimize residential and hotel space. A buttressed central core and wings are used to support the height of the building. Although this design was derived from Tower Palace 3, the Burj Khalifa's central core houses all vertical transportation except egress stairs within each of the wings. The structure also features a cladding system, which is designed to withstand Dubai's hot summer temperatures. It contains a total of 57 elevators and 8 escalators. That's wild.
If they think a Y shape is the best way to optimize residential and hotel space, they're going to flip out when they find out about rectangles.
I was going to say the same thing. Square shape is much, much better. It really is.
Jared, I went to Chicago with my wife last fall and we did a riverboat tour of the architecture of Chicago, which was amazing. And I recommend it to anyone who is looking for a place to travel. And one of the buildings that we looked at was Y-shaped, kind of shaped like a tuning fork. Um, and if you just build a building that way, it will like tip outwards and collapse. And so they did the math about how much it was going to tip and like did the opposite a little bit, like made it a little bowed inward so that when it settled into its perfect right angle formation that they wanted. Insane that people know how to do that much math.
Wow. They probably had to factor in like how much the ground would compress from the weight too to get the angle right.
Mm.
That sounds complicated.
Okay, on this one we've got and blank, and then in parentheses from blank, blank, blank. That from looks like it might be giving an etymology to me, but I already guessed Latin and French, and I don't know any other types of etymology.
Greek.
Greek. Wow, first try a cactus. Good job.
From ancient Greek. Uh, what is a 5-letter myth? Lore? That's 4 letters.
Well, that might just be a Greek word right there that got translated into whatever word we have.
Oh, that would make sense.
Do we want to grab a hint on that Greek word? Is that going to be helpful?
I'm game for it.
Oh no, we got the Greek word as the hint.
And it didn't remove the.
When I refreshed, it did.
Okay. How do I do that? Just
The
refresh the
refresh button.
page.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the browser refresh.
Oh, nice.
The blank of blank. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud too much. I gotta let everyone else cook.
No, think out loud. That's part of the charm of the stream is that we get to hear your thoughts and interact. I'm just trying to think how I would pronounce this Greek word.
Okay, I think I know what it is. The start of the second paragraph, we've got the blank of Earth is composed of nitrogen.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
nice.
I would not have got that without you, Berkeley.
Saw some percent signs and I was like, ooh, gonna be something good here.
Huh.
Okay. Are
Argon is more common in the atmosphere than carbon dioxide. I would not have
you
guessed that.
serious?
Yeah.
Whoa. If you had asked me 3 minutes ago if argon was toxic, I would have guessed probably. And now I'm guessing I sure hope not.
It probably still is, to be honest. It depends on the concentration. Although I think argon's a noble gas, so probably not very toxic because it's not going to react a lot
Hmm,
with other molecules.
that makes sense.
Huh.
structure of atmosphere, that's an interesting section to have because, it seems pretty uniform to me. A naive dummy who can't do real science.
Yeah. Did you ever
The atmosphere
do
has layers.
Did you ever
Sorry, go
do
ahead.
science fair when you were a kid and they had like density jars where they put like water, oil, laundry detergent, all this stuff, and it separates and forms those layers of different things. Sometimes they put Legos and marbles and stuff to show where they would rest on that buoyancy density gradient.
Hmm. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You're saying that's what the atmosphere is like?
Yeah, I think that's what it's like depending on temperature and humidity and stuff. I don't know. I'm not an atmosphere person. I'm a power lines person.
I've probably shared this quote on the stream before, but when I was in college studying computer science, I heard a political science professor say that if you have to put science in your name, then you're not one. And ever since then, I've just like felt permission to be bad at science.
Yeah. Yeah, poor physical education teachers. It's the same concept.
Yeah. Okay, we've got another link here. Abiding Juicy Van.
The
This
juicy
whole
van abides. Ah, yeah.
um the whole structure of the first sentence is so strange. I've done enough of these that I feel like I can usually there's a few types of first sentences to Wikipedia articles. And this is not one of the types that I've learned.
Ooh. Blank study. Okay. I'm going to guess that this is like anthropology or some other. Nope. Very much not.
Oh, we've got
Androxima.
Androxima in the chat. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've done this a couple times. It's a really fun game my coworkers introduced me to. It's a Wikipedia article that's been mostly redacted. Trying to figure out the title.
It would be pretty funny if somebody was able to hack Wikipedia and replace it with all these redacted pieces,
That would be like a good April Fool's prank or something.
right? So it's interesting to see in that first paragraph, the end of the fourth line, it says, this is in contrast with experiments.
Yeah, that made me think of like thought experiments.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a word for that ends in study?
Not that I'm familiar with. I read a book I did a report actually on Einstein when I was in, I think it was high school, and there was like a German word that they used for thought experiments because it was more concise. But those are the only two ways I've heard of referring to that.
Oh, observational.
Ooh,
That's the one where you're not like manipulating parameters. You're just collecting data from the natural world and nice. Oh, I like the epidemiology as the first example that they give. That would be an awful domain in which to conduct actual experiments. We're on a roll. We haven't had to cheat on any of these so far.
and these have all been pretty, I would say, pretty challenging. So, good job, chat.
Go us. Oh, yes. This is a great title. This next one is Uptight, Breezy, Megabyte. 3 complete antonyms that have never gone together.
Yes.
Meg, that was my nickname in high school. I was called uptight in high school. Someone asked me why I physically walked as if I had a stick up my ass. I never really recovered from that.
That's rough. Who? Who did that to you?
Do you remember Christian? He was a year or
Oh,
two younger
yep.
than us.
Yep. Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
That was during German class, so I should have just said I'm like trying to fit in, you know?
I'm embracing my Germanic roots
Mm-hmm.
in not a weird way.
It's actually easier to pronounce the language when you walk this way that I do, apparently. Okay, I know I've got a few people in the chat with more international experience than I have. I want to hear all your major rivers. You know, I should have guessed Colombia and Willamette before saying that, just in case. You know, the longer I play this game, the less confident I am in my ability to spell.
Yeah. I feel the same way. I think it might just be, how much do you have to write words? I feel like especially when you get into adult life, the amount of time you spend writing words that aren't very, very common decreases. And the amount of things you're expected to know and keep up with increases at the same time. So there's bound to be some overlap.
That checks out. In the history section, I'm seeing in the north of South America, which really sounds like the Amazon to me. But I guessed Amazon and it only had one hit.
That is the main river of Colombia.
Androxima asks how you show the numbers like that. In the settings at the top of the page, there's a little toggle for show letter counts on all words.
Yeah, it's the fourth one down. So what are some places in Colombia? I think Bogota is in Colombia. But that's not 9 letters. Magdalena.
Nice. Who got Meg got that? Getting suspicious.
It's the largest river system of the northern Andes with a length of 1,612 kilometers. Okay, does anybody know where that ranks in terms of the very long rivers of the world?
7th. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I was gonna say, did I skip over that? Because it could be right up there. When I was a younger person, I was very captivated by the idea of going and exploring the jungles of that Central and South America region. Just fascinated by like what is out there that people have never seen or people haven't seen in a very long time. But then I found out that there's like flesh-eating diseases and no air conditioning. And the combination of those two things broke my will.
Yeah, that makes sense. I remember hearing as a kid about some researcher that went walking around barefoot in the rainforest in South America to deliberately get a parasite that he thought would cure his like hay fever, like a seasonal allergies. And I thought, yeah, I could see that like as being worth it because allergies suck.
Yeah, I've listened to a Radio Lab probably around the same time period of a guy who did the same thing. And I want to say it was like hookworm. And for the person that was being studied in that episode of Radio Lab, it actually worked for them. So
that is a very important detail from the story that I couldn't remember, and I was trying to skirt around the fact that I couldn't remember if it worked or not, because that changes things a lot. Oh, but Barma MVP here. Magdalena is number 88 in length. Thank you for finding that for us.
that surprises me because that was over 1,000 kilometers long. That's big. So is it like a tight grouping where there's a bunch of rivers of similar lengths, or is it just not that big of a river relative to the rest of the rivers?
Yeah,
I
did it
wonder
say
what
there
the
was like
stats are.
one continuous stretch that long? Or is that like the whole system of tributaries?
That's a
Meg
good
says the
question.
Amazon is 4,000 miles long. That is insane.
What is that in kilometers?
Like
Like,
6 or 7,000, I think.
yeah. Wow. So it just doesn't even compare.
Oh, Androxima with the full list. Thanks. The
Like
state
the
of
weather
Oregon is like 380 miles tall, I think. Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? So the Amazon is like more than 10 organs on top of each other. And then twisted up.
That doesn't seem right. I guess the twisted up part makes up for it. That's pretty wild. Do we have a time frame? I don't think so. Okay.
Yeah, I think we got some hits on Sentry, so guess a bunch of numbers.
Okay, the earliest century I've seen so far is 15th.
Nice.
But this predates that because it says it was blank used for blank 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 until the 15th century, which probably it was not used for blank blank blank. Yeah. Yeah, the idea of this is like a spice related thing is interesting. And dish comes up with a hit that says blank is used to blank dishes.
Have we gotten any hits on countries? It's like what trade doesn't involve England or India?
That's what I was just going to guess. It could be the Dutch. They were big, and the Portuguese were also big during
Oh,
that era.
nice. Dutch and Russia. Androxima got one in Africa. Okay. Nice. Thanks.
Got a hit for sugar. But it doesn't seem to be the primary focus of any of the sentences that it's in.
Hmm. Culinary uses, consumption.
In the second sentence, or the second line of the first paragraph, we have and is blank blank as an after dash blank. It's not after effect, 6 letters. Anybody have any guesses for what that could be?
it's time for some hints. Do you want to start with a hint on that one you were talking about?
Sure. After dinner.
Hmm.
Okay.
Seeing a few hits on alcohol. Oh, lots on wine. Okay. I don't know if we're gonna get this. Can I use another hint?
Yeah.
It's a liquor. Oh, brandy. I know nothing about brandy.
There's a good song about Brandy. I've heard she's a fine girl.
Would she be a good wife?
Yes, except my life, my love, and my lady is the sea.
Bummer for both of you. Nice job. I think my first exposure to the word brandy was from Harry Potter. It was just like a drink that was very casually mentioned with no introduction. So I was confused. Brandy seems like something only old British men drink in period dramas, like Harry Potter. Very true.
Bright, witty France. I feel like that was the perfect amount of challenge where we were still making progress. That was a good one.
That was a good one. Yeah, if you go through them too fast, then it's like, what are we doing here?
Okay, anybody have a feel for the rough grouping of what we're looking at?
I
Do we
feel like it's a name for an event, but I could be wrong about that.
Okay.
Lots of like political words, seen like in and after World War II, East and West, United States, Great Britain. Although not a ton of hits on any of those, so maybe it's not core to what we're guessing.
There's a subheading that says blank Germany and blank. I'm trying to remember what the interim government between the monarchy and Nazism was called. There's a name for it, but I'm spacing the.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Got Holy Roman Empire and beyond, but I feel like that's probably talking about the pre-Germany Holy Roman Empire, not the ancient Roman Empire. Oh, wait, I'm seeing maybe some very early centuries, like first and second, or like single digit.
Yeah, there's mention of the 11th and 12th centuries as well. So, like, very long lasting, whatever it is. I'm thinking it might be a region or a country.
Hmm. Yeah, I got fourth and fifth centuries.
The last sentence of the first paragraph, we've got a bunch of Eastern European countries.
Nice. I think we need some hints in the first sentence just to figure out like what type of thing we're talking about.
Okay. There's that in quotes within the first parentheses, there's East something, and that I think that comes up several times. So that
Mm,
might be worthwhile.
yeah, that's a good one. East Settlement.
Interesting. Okay, we've got a whole section, it looks like, dedicated to Prussia, which is like a precursor to modern day Germany. It was a state within the Germanic, like, princedoms of the Middle Ages.
Oh, nice guess on medieval. Nice guess on late after I forgot the E. Whew. I don't think we're going to get this. I'm ready to call it.
Chat, vote Y or N on should we call it.
Meg says we're not going to get this.
Okay. Susie Moo seconds that. Let's use our last two hints. See if that means anything. Okay.
Okay. Nah. Uptight. Awesome. Uptight. Hey, it was a migration. I was right about it being an event. Ha. Nice. There's one win.
Uptight. Very interesting.
Okay, I think we need a breather before we start the next one. We need to start doing like working intermissions into these. And probably a great way to do that would be to not call it an intermission or talk about what we're doing and just take a natural, organic break in the conversation. But, I'm not capable of that.
I think we need to have a clown come in and juggle while we play organ music.
That's a great idea. Do you know anyone that can do either of those things?
No.
Ah, shoot. I took an organ class in college. I could probably get back into it.
That's wild. I didn't know you did that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun.
Did you learn to play the foot pedal things?
Yeah, I needed special shoes for it and everything. Yeah, it gets fun with the shoe pedals. It takes a little while to build up the muscle memory, and you have to be pretty precise. But by the end of the semester, I was pretty good at the foot pedals.
Are they polyphonic? Can you play more than one at a time?
I don't know what polyphonic means, but yeah, to the second part.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like piano keys, except you have less feet than you have fingers. So you can play with your heel and your toe. So naturally, you could play 4 notes at a time if you wanted to. I guess if you got extreme, you could use the flat of your foot to hit 3 black keys at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
With organ compared to piano, it's a lot more important to sustain things, though. So when you're moving from one note to another, you have to be very precise about letting go of one at the same time that you're putting the next one down. And so usually when you're moving from key to key, you're sliding from heel to toe or toe to heel. So playing 4 notes at a time would not really be realistic in a song. You'd usually do 2 at a time and swap. So you could swap. Anyway, that's a little bit about the organ.
Now you know.
Now you know. I was doing it with my feet the whole time I was talking about it, but I'm realizing now that that was not a very helpful visual for all of you who can
It's
only see my
okay.
waist
We
up.
can get a foot cam. We can make that
Yeah.
happen.
All right, let's get another link going. Helpful itchy woman.
That was Megan's actual high school nickname.
Susie Moose says for free.
Yes, for
Sorry, my voice
free.
cracked there. For free.
Oh, I thought that was intentional.
I was trying to go for free, but thanks for sticking with us, Meg, after all the light roasts. Man, I'm struggling in my office here. It's the time of year where my office heats up way faster than the rest of the house, and so the AC doesn't kick in. So I just sit here baking all day long, and it's hot because of all the computers I have in here. Too many.
Does that window open? Is there a window?
Yeah, there's a window right behind me. I don't open it when I stream usually, but I could open it.
Yeah. Something I like to do, and I don't do this when I stream either because the fan noise is super annoying and loud, but I'll put a box fan in the window and then like open a window as far away as I can, and it like cools off the entirety of my small 2-room apartment. Not the
Nice.
same as a house. Six hits for food. Ooh, it's blank food. Very interesting. I think I'm subconsciously craving Greek food. My first thought after food was Greek. That's pretty straightforward. I guess that's not even subconscious. That's full on conscious.
Okay, the start of the second paragraph starts with "they are located" and then a three-letter word. And I cannot think of a three-letter word that goes after "they are located." In, by, near, at. None of these are three letters.
That is kind of blowing my mind right now. What could that be? Far. No, it is not far.
Oh, good one.
Not good enough.
Northwest of the United Kingdom. Is this an island?
It could be. Wow, it
Islands. There we
is.
go.
All right.
North Atlantic Island. Megan says, oh, the three-letter word is a number. She bets.
Oh, like first or
Oh,
third.
No, I think it's just straight up like 347 or whatever.
Oh yeah, because it. Oh, I was gonna say it's probably kilometers, but it's not. Fathoms.
Leagues? Is that how we measure units of ocean? It's a territory of the Kingdom of Denmark, claimed by Hamlet on his little sea adventure in Act 4. Am I spelling kilometers wrong? Oh, kilometer with an R-E. Thank you, Meg.
The Faroe
Faroe
Islands.
Islands.
I have heard of these.
Nice job, player 38. Is that you, Androxima? Job player 38. Okay, what do you think? One more?
Yeah, let's do one more. Hopefully a good one.
Hopefully a good one. You know what? I don't really like the look of this one. I'm getting a new one.
Okay. I support that.
Okay, there we go. Poor plain farmer. Meg says me on spring one of a new Stardew Valley save. Poor plain farmer. That is right.
Okay. Based on what I'm seeing hits for, I think this is some sort of media. That's kind of a bad guess, but I'm seeing a hit for New York, New York. And the way it's set up, it's got a semicolon or colon. I don't remember the difference. After the second instance of New York. So it seems like a title. It's also italicized, it kind of looks like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's part of like a citation.
Oh,
New York, New York is The location of many publishing houses. Um, blank organs are located on the outside of the body and within the blank.
Okay.
Uh, hoo-wee. I just heard Megan laughing from the other room. I don't know if it's about the organ thing. Sex organs. Oh boy.
Oh boy. System.
System. Nice. Cool. Let's get this out of the way.
Yay.
What a way to end. Didn't I feel like we ended one with something about the Nazi party as well. We were just good at going out strong on these randomized.
That's rough.
Megan is testing the limits of the Twitch auto censors.
It doesn't seem to be censoring anything. So, there you have it.
There we go.
Well,
All right, good work, team. We are so smart. I think there was only one of those that we needed to look up. Nick hasn't gotten to the limit yet. Cool. I don't. Why did we end on that one? I told you I play this with my coworkers. One time we got pedophilia was the Redactle article. That was a little awkward. It'd be nice if they filtered it a little bit, but whatever. Just Wikipedia. All right. Well, thanks everyone for joining. This was a blast. Let's do it again sometime. If you want to hang out with us, we're on Discord. Join our Discord server and let us know what you've been listening to, what you've been playing, what you've been watching, what you've been thinking about. Love to hear from you. And follow us on Instagram as well if you want updates about when we're going to stream. Links to both of those are in the About section of our profile if you're on Twitch, or the description of this video if you're on YouTube. Yeah. Anything else?
nope. We love to hang out with you guys, so come hang out with us offline on our Discord.
Thanks, Megan, for all the euphemisms, and Susie for jumping in there with P. Oregon. Okay, we'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.